Cyberspace-related matters. Subtitle A. Matters related to cyber operations and cyber forces. Sector 1501. Development of taxonomy of cyber capabilities. Sector 1502. Extension of sunset for pilot program on Regional Cybersecurity Training Center for the Army National Guard. Sector 1503. Modification of the Principal Cyber Advisor. Sector 1504. Evaluation of Department of Defense Cyber Governance. Sector 1505. Operational Technology and Mission-Relevant Terrain in Cyberspace. Sector 1506. Matters concerning cyber personnel requirements. Sector 1507. Assignment of certain budget control responsibilities to Commander of United States Cyber Command. Sector 1508. Coordination between United States Cyber Command and private sector. Sector 1509. Assessment of cyber posture and operational assumptions and development of targeting strategies and supporting capabilities. Sector 1510. Assessing capabilities to counter adversary use of ransomware, capabilities, and infrastructure. Sector 1511. Comparative analysis of cybersecurity capabilities. Sector 1512. Eligibility of owners and operators of critical infrastructure to receive certain Department of Defense support and services. Sector 1513. Report on potential Department of Defense support and assistance for increasing the awareness of the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency of cyber threats and vulnerabilities affecting critical infrastructure. Subtitle B. Matters related to Department of Defense Cybersecurity and Information Technology. Sector 1521. Enterprise-wide procurement of cyber data products and services. Sector 1522. Legacy information technologies and systems accountability. Sector 1523. Update relating to responsibilities of Chief Information Officer. Sector 1524. Protective Domain Name System within the Department of Defense. Sector 1525. Cybersecurity of Weapon Systems. Sector 1526. Assessment of Controlled Unclassified Information Program. Sector 1527. Cyber Data Management. Sector 1528. Zero Trust Strategy, Principles, Model Architecture, and Implementation Plans. Sector 1529. Demonstration Program for Automated Security Validation Tools. Sector 1530. Improvements to Consortium of Universities to advise Secretary of Defense on cybersecurity matters. Sector 1531. Digital Development Infrastructure Plan and Working Group. Sector 1532. Study regarding establishment within the Department of Defense of a designated central program office to oversee academic engagement programs relating to establishing cyber talent across the department. Sector 1533. Report on the Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification Program. Sector 1534. Deadline for reports on assessment of cyber resiliency of nuclear command and control system. Subtitle C. Matters related to Federal Cybersecurity Sector 1541. Capabilities of the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency to identify threats to industrial control systems. Sector 1542. Cybersecurity vulnerabilities. Sector 1543. Report on cybersecurity vulnerabilities. Sector 1544. Competition relating to cybersecurity vulnerabilities. Sector 1545. Strategy. Sector 1546. Cyber Incident Response Plan. Sector 1547. National Cyber Exercise Program. Sector 1548. Cybersentry Program of the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. Sector 1549. Strategic Assessment relating to innovation of information systems and cybersecurity threats. Sector 1550. Pilot Program on Public-Private Partnerships with Internet Ecosystem Companies to detect and disrupt adversary cyber operations. Sector 1551. United States-Israel Cybersecurity Cooperation. Sector 1552. Authority for National Cyber Director to accept details on non-reimbursable basis. Subtitle A. Matters related to cyber operations and cyber forces. Sec. 1501. Development of taxonomy of cyber capabilities. A. In general, not later than 180 days after the date of the enactment of this Act, the Secretary of Defense shall develop a taxonomy of cyber capabilities, including software, hardware, middleware, code, other information technology, and accesses, designed for use in cyber effects operations. B. Report. One. In general, not later than 30 days after the development of the taxonomy of cyber capabilities required under subsection A, the Secretary of Defense shall submit to the Congressional Defense Committees a report regarding such taxonomy. 2. Elements. The report required under paragraph 1 shall include the following: A. The definitions associated with each category contained within the taxonomy of cyber capabilities developed pursuant to subsection A. B. Recommendations for improved reporting mechanisms to Congress regarding such taxonomy of cyber capabilities, using amounts from the cyberspace activities budget of the Department of Defense. C. Recommendations for modifications to the notification requirement under Section 396 of Title 10, United States Code, in order that such notifications would include information relating to such taxonomy of cyber capabilities, including with respect to both physical and non-physical cyber effects. D. Any other elements the Secretary determines appropriate. Sec. 1502. Extension of Sunset 4 pilot program on Regional Cybersecurity Training Center for the Army National Guard. Section 1651, E, of the John S. McCain National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2019, Public Law 115 to 232. 32 U.S.C. 501 note, is amended by striking 2022 foot and inserting 2024. Sec. 1503. Modification of the Principal Cyber Advisor. A. In general, paragraph 1 of Section 932, C, of the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2014, Public Law 113 to 66, 10 U.S.C. 2224 note, is amended to read as follows. 1. Designation. A. The Secretary shall designate, from among the personnel of the Office of the Undersecretary of Defense for Policy, a Principal Cyber Advisor to act as the Principal Advisor to the Secretary on military cyber forces and activities. B. The Secretary may only designate an official under this paragraph if such official was appointed to the position in which such official serves by and with the advice and consent of the Senate. B. Designation of Deputy Principal Cyber Advisor, Section 905, A. 1, of the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2020, Public Law 116 to 92, 10 U.S.C. 391 note, is amended by striking Office of the Secretary of Defense and inserting Office of the Undersecretary of Defense for Policy. C. Briefing. Not later than 90 days after the date of the enactment of this Act, the Deputy Secretary of Defense shall brief the Committee on Armed Services of the Senate and the Committee on Armed Services of the House of Representatives on such recommendations as the Deputy Secretary may have for alternate reporting structures for the Principal Cyber Advisor and the Deputy Principal Cyber Advisor within the Office of the Undersecretary for Policy. Sec. 1504. Evaluation of Department of Defense Cyber Governance. A. In general, not later than 180 days after the date of the enactment of this Act, the Secretary of Defense shall complete an evaluation and review of the Department of Defense's current cyber governance construct. B. Scope. The evaluation and review conducted pursuant to subsection A shall 1. Assess the performance of the Department of Defense in carrying out the pillars of the cyber strategy and lines of efforts established in the most recent Cyber Posture Review, including a. Conducting military cyberspace operations of offensive, defensive, and protective nature.